So much stuff going on here. So let me walk through. I'm taking a little break on the suspension stuff just for a moment and change it up. Out of here. This is gonna be interesting. Sorry, I'm trying to grab this. There we go. Already can tell. Well, I guess I can't say it. I have a good idea that I'm gonna have to put at least an express van power steering pump. The idea was when I first started this project, I was going to run a Volvo like remote pump right here, which I still could, but been doing a lot of digging and finding out how loud they are. And when people start them, they're just extremely loud. And I don't know if that's how they set up. I would doubt that that's how they sound from OEM, but I noticed that they're pretty loud. So I'm going to, hopefully, this is a spare I have here. What I think I'm going to do is, since I already have this whole upper end here, just buy a tensioner, a manual tensioner pulley. The idea was the express van, this is a top one, or pretty much any LM7 other than a van, express van or Savannah, they don't have the reservoir here. It's basically just a small pump. And I know guys even run like little 4-cylinder S10 power steering pumps that even get smaller, and then you can get just a slightly like underdriven pulley, but then you end up heating the pump up. So what I wanted to do using this, I don't have a pulley puller, so I guess this may be a video that's like, oh yeah, it works, or more likely, nope, this doesn't work, okay. But what I want to do is cut this mount out. Got a bolt down here. The only problem I worry about is this one, because my tensioner pulley will actually, this is the shape it's in, so if I cut this, obviously it'll be able to use these. This one here though, it's going to run into. So what I might have to do is I might have to cut basically out here, and then actually what I could do is I could actually ground through here, cut this piece off, so this is just left, get as close as there as I possibly can, and then I'll have to grind it down a little bit, pretty much grind it down of the thickness of the triangular flange, and then we'll be good. So no one really makes a low, just single power steering mount. I've looked a lot, and I've found like two, and they want like $300 for it. Listen to that thing. Ooh, that sounds great. So yeah, well, I've cut these before. I've used it just like the top piece. So let's give it a shot, and we'll see what happens here. So here is the OEM mount that I cut real fast, sped it up because I don't have anything to cut it better with. So it took me like a half an hour to cut that thing, and I'll still grind it off and a lot better than paint it. But it's got 2 bolt holes, mount front, and then we're gonna utilize one or both of these in the back and bolt it on the side to make a decent mount. It normally sits like that, but it'll hit the steering shaft, the pulley will. And I could put a smaller pulley on it and probably be fine, but then you worry about heating up the pump. So all it needs to do is come up here and just move off the side, just like that. Just that little bit to fit in a vet, in a C4. So what we'll do is I'll mount this side here. Here, let me grab my 15 mil quick. I forgot to bring it over. Okay, let's try this. That's That's not the one we want. That's the one we want up here. My impact is downstairs. Right now in the rooms I'm working on in our new house, so I'm not going to go get it right now. Alright, so the high pressure line, I believe, nope, it's the return that actually hits. So what you do is it'll fit there and it'll come off just slightly like that, and we'll tighten her down so we can get that marked. So what we want to do is we want to build some kind of a braid or some kind of a mount here. Goes over, comes up, and then we can thread it, pull it through there. And then there's also some on the back side. So we will turn over to that side here. So we're going to need to make a mount for the back of this. I think that'll be the first thing we do. Either here, make one there, and then something to come off probably this bolt right here, which would be the easiest. There's no one back here, so we're not going to screw with it. I see how tight it is. So we'll make something that comes from here to here also to mount. So I have 3 mounting points on this, which should probably be plenty. I mean, it's going to be plenty. Probably 2 is plenty, honestly. But we'll get those going. I got a piece of, I think, 1/4 inch steel here. I'm used to cut. And I think what we'll do is, let's see here. Yeah, we'll make something that we can thread flat here and then come across and we can pull it up there. So let's start off with that. Let's get a measurement. We might have to, I wonder, I actually have a bushing. I'm going to find it here. Billet bushing. Did something like that. And came through the flange. I think that'll work. Now we just do 1 bolt and a nut. Alright, we'll try that. We'll cut that and weld a piece there. Alright. As you can see, drilled a bolt, or cut this flange off here. Let me actually get some light on it. I cut this piece of metal here and drilled a hole. This is like 1/4 inch. I drilled the hole, and then this is the bracket that normally comes on them. And let's see if I can do this again. I think I had it figured out. Which way did I do it? There we go. Look at that. So what I can do is I'll just lob this piece off here. I'll put a nut on there and I'll get it situated, and I'll do some tacks here and I'll weld it. I'll let her cool down, and then we'll have our back bracing. The only problem I have with this is I need to look. I think it might hit the spark plug boots. So I'm going to go test this on the vet first. Just put this piece on there, and if it fits, then we know, and we should be good. And then we'll get to that. If you can see it. So this piece is welded very shitty. I just replaced the wire, and I don't know if the wire that I got is really shitty, but it welds like garbage, or I probably just need to adjust the welder, but I just kind of flew through it. she's welded all the way around. Like I said, really crappy. And then the piece that I cut off here, I actually have it on the back side of the block down here, and I have it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a hole, and I'm going to find a nut for a bolt to go through. I was going to see if I had one that was long enough. So these are like the stock ones here, and if I feed it through, come on now, it won't be long enough for the nut on there. And I kind of want to put 2 in there, weld them on there, get on there, and then weld them and keep this together, and then when it cools off, pull the bolt out. But I need to get a bushing to go in between here. Let's see if I can turn this around so you can see. So right in here, I don't know if you can see that or not. That's in the, no, I don't think you can. Right here. Need to get a bushing in there and a longer bolt. So those are my 3 points. This will keep it from going that way. This is like the main mount, and then this one will keep it from going back and forth. So or side to side, I should say. Oh, all right. So yeah, let me see if I can. What I might do is just get some washers, a bunch of them, and just pinch them in there. But I need to drill a hole here, mark that, and then once I mark that, then I can get the washers. I'll get 2 nuts, and then we'll do that, and then the power steering will be done, and then we'll work on the tensioner. And I have an ICT billet that's not going to work anymore. It's a kind of an expensive one. I've already gone through 2 different variations of them, so I kind of want to get this to work because I searched online trying to get this thing like in focus. I can't find anything that would be higher than that without going to like an all new serpentine system, and I've already spent more than I want to. So we'll do that, and we'll go on to the next. Guys, I think I might have found something different already. I think I'm going to try it, and I just set the record button just in case. I think I might have found something. I know. What you see going on here is kind of like Cody that is used for the belt tensioning. I know it is. Just bear with me a second. Bear with me a second. Croissant! What if? The intake over here. Oh. Is this gonna work, boys? Now, how much tensioning do I have? Oh, look at that. Look at that. I think this is gonna work. And where we go. Oh, sorry. Is this actually gonna work? I really hope so. This is a nice tensioner. This is ICT's brand new prototype universal C4 Corvette junkyard twin turbo, smallest eBay singles you can get for actual like functioning car. And we have tensioning. The only problem is you'd have to put an extension here, or we could flip it. We could put, I think that's what we're gonna do, because then what'll happen is this will go up on the other side. But if we do that though, no, let's try it. Let's just try it once. Let's waste your time. Let's waste your time and just look at this. Just look at it. Just okay. Here is the this is the tightening bolt, tensioning bolt in the back. Let me loosen this. You can see where this is our max where we can go for tensioning, obviously, so we're going up. Going up, which should be plenty. Do that and then you tighten that too. So could actually put this somewhere, make a mount somewhere if you wanted to. But I think that's what we'll do right there. I think that's how we're going to work this one. I think that'll work out pretty well. Just got enough. Just got enough tensioning there. Just gotta get the perfect belt that we can barely slip on right there, and whoop. Perfect. Time lapse in the car. Let's go. Silverado power steering pump in there. Doesn't interfere with anything. Tensioner. We'll get this thing back together and get a belt for it and go on from there. Later.